Hiya guys, it's Mark here on Celtic Crossbows. A lot of you this week would have received your brand new Steambow. I'm going to take you through now some of the lubrication points and things to enhance your brand new crossbow. Some of you have not used them before, some of you have seen the latest Steambow out there and just bought it. I've never fired one before. So I'm going to talk you through some essential tips with zeroing your crossbow and lubricating it, and pivot points of what to use before you get started. Okay, and the first thing we want to be needing is our bowline. Okay then guys, for you lucky few who had the complete kit like I have, your string already come assembled. Ideally you want to get in behind your limbs here, because that's friction, and that friction there will weigh on your bindings on your string. So I'm not going to show you taking the string off. I got an excellent video further back which I'll link below showing you how to change your string, because some of you haven't done these before and some of you bought them just say look as cool AF. Okay, so let's get into it. First thing then, your wax. Any wax. If you're new, if you're a seasoned professional, you want to be using like a Bonin Textite, something like this. It's a really good quality lubricant. And just really bollock it on there, don't be shy. Just make sure it's plastered on there, and what you can do is, where the string goes in under there, you put a healthy glob on there. And use a screwdriver for speed. Just push it in underneath to pick up your limb, and then use something like another screwdriver then just to work your wax in underneath. Same on the other side, whack it on there, don't be shy, the more the merrier. Pull it back out. I'll do the other side. Get it up. Get it in there. And now, as your string now, nicely waxed. In fact, to me, it still feels a little bit dry after all our wax. So let's get some more on there. Lubrication is the key to your crossbows, guys. For those of you new to the game, all that still know, all the tricks, all the different lubricants. I'm not going into that now, that's on a separate video. In fact, I might link that below again. The thing you want to get is a shitload of these, at least 2 or 3 of these. These are your Steambow limb risers for quick change of your bow limbs. These do sell out occasionally on the Steambow website. I say a few times last year they sold out. So get hold of 2 of these, 2 or 3 of these while you can, because you will be changing your bows. Okay, if you've never used one of these before, they come with a £75 limb as standard. A little bit shy of the old £80, not the original £80 which was 55s masquerading as 80s. These are a genuine £75 limb. Zeroing your crossbow, you want to be short range. And if you're going to be using a target mat or anything like that, I suggest the QC limb, because the QC limb will drop your power right down to £35 and give you a much nicer trigger for practicing with, and it will not destroy your target while you're zeroing your crossbow, because when you zero in, you're firing at the same point consistently time after time, and that bores a hole in your target. Okay, the next thing you want to consider is a Celtic Crossbows coffee mug. These are available on my channel, and if you could get one of these guys, big thumbs up from me and a mention, because I'm struggling a tad at the moment. While we're here, have a drink anyway. So, as your lubrication points covered, that's your bowling's covered. If you don't want to drop to 35, at least get a 55 from the 75. £20 makes a massive difference on the Steambows. If you haven't fired the £150 opposed to the £120, it is nigh on impossible to cock apart from two hands using the stock pivot system. Okay, so we can look at now other lubrication points on your crossbow. There's a myriad of lubrications, and we'll go through them all now. So first of all, open your magazine. Right, how stiff this is for a start. So lubricate your front pivots. All you want is a little drop of lube. Your rails. Now, what I recommend for these, put your wax down the rails first, then use a lubricant such as Ultra Glide, fully synthetic, over the top. It'll transform the use of your crossbow. Down the geared mech of your trigger box system, I use dry lube. It's a chain lube, doesn't pick up dust, is anti-clumping and works fantastic. That's what I use down in the trigger mechanism. Drop in some from the top, drop some from underneath. Your Ultra Glide then, use it on your rails. So I'll show you quickly now. So just take your wax, minus the catty, bastard thing, and just run it down your rails. See that? Nice big lovely globules of the stuff. Now I use the Ultra Glide as a silicone gel, for lack of a better word. Use my finger again, whack it on there, not shy about it. And again, this will transform your bow. Down in the sear as well, because I don't care, happy days. Right, next area now, because I'm moving from front to back, or top to bottom, depending on how you want to look at it. A little bit of lube now on the pivots. It doesn't matter if it runs over. Okay, so as the pivots lubed, now the trigger lube, that's got to seep down through there. Now normally on this, I use rail love on the body here. I'm out of that at the moment. So again, a good lubricant, and all these little spots all over will completely transform the use of a system. Some on your catch there, it'll work down in. Next, we come on our catch on the back. Bum, bum, bum. Some on a pivot there. I'll seat down in. Right, next now is our pivot on the back wheel. That's the next on the line. And if you wonder why I'm using so much lubricant, plastic is a very soft material. See, some of it is dripping out down through the trigger. That's okay, we don't mind that, folks. If what happens, we get friction, you get wear and tear. So you keep it lubed, you keep it clean. Now, the next thing you look at now is, okay, new for 2024, but if you go on the metal magazines is old, is these little buffers on you. Bring them to the camera, get myself able to see it, there we are. These little black collars on you, let's bring it in. You can see them behind the cocking arms now, just for there. These we come on the 2023 metal alloy mag Steambow. It keeps the fork spread when you're at full cock. It stops them digging into the body of the magazine. So it's a another new upgrade on the system. Okay, now what we want to do now, we want to get some of this gel down there. I don't normally use this gel stuff. I normally use, again, string glove for down in here. But as I'm out of it at the moment, and it's costing so much to get into the UK from America. The last tubes I had, I sold earlier in the year, and it was roughly, I think it was £18 a tube. Insanely expensive. But of course, if you're on the other side of the pond in America, it's quite literally peanuts. Spread on here, lovely, lovely. A little bit more down here, I think. Why not? Okay, so let's see how that feels now. We can close our magazine. Again, you can lubricate this point here, should you so wish. So let's see how she feels now. Right, that's much nicer. She's still rubbing a bit until she weighs in, but that's okay. Okay, we're not lubricating this safety catch. It's only held by friction, and you don't want it any looser than what it is. It's nice and firm, so it can't dislodge under any condition. So we're leaving the safety catch alone. I'm not going to lubricate this. You can give it a wipe over with Abbey gun glue if you want, because it's metal, stop it from rusting. It's one of the few metal parts on the crossbow, and something which I think doesn't need further attention than a spot of Abbey gun glue or oil. Okay, next now is the springs on the magazine. I'm just giving literally another drop of oil. I suppose you could use mineral oil. I won't use WD-40 because WD-40 is not very good for plastics. If you do 3D printing like I do, then you will know it is not the best thing for plastics. In fact, WD-40 can get into the polymers of the plastic and separate them. It is quite powerful, WD-40, as you know. It's a lot of uses. Okay, the next part then, magazine. We're not going to leave nothing in the magazine. It's just a normal hexagonal spring going back and forth, same as in a firearm, for holding rounds in the magazine. That doesn't need doing. And a little cam on here for releasing the magazine bolts. Again, it doesn't need no attention. Sliding into the housing. You can put some Vaseline down the inside of the sleeves, but personally on that I wouldn't bother. The next thing you want to get your grubby little mitts on is one of these. These are worth their weight in gold, inside or outside. When you use your Steambow first, you will be firing off bolts at a rate of knots. You'll probably get through over 100 bolts within the first half an hour. I kid you not. These are seriously addictive fun. I fired 50 shots yesterday within half an hour of opening the box. Because of the extra capacity of the magazine and the need to reload less is greatly reduced, your rate of fire is increased. Especially using the 35-pound limb, because it's easy to cock with. You just bop, 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 bop. And it's empty, it's gone. So that's the next tip. Get yourself a really good, firm, but soft backstop, because these bolts, the alloy bolts, they do bend. Although these are quality alloy bolts compared to the old shit ones we used to get only 2 or 3 years ago, alloy is alloy, and they still do bend if impacting on each other in a target. Again, look in the link below. I've done a great video of the Mega Bolts test, part 1 and part 2, using the Steambow Stinger and with the Steambow Survival. Got my Steambow, safety off, and now The difference now in the lubrication, just by lubricating the runners and the pivot in the back by here, makes a massive difference. And the feel on the trigger now, as the lubricant is seeping its way down through the gearing system. So try it for yourself if you don't believe me. If you don't do it, try it. Seasoned crossbow shooters will know I'm not talking bollocks. It's especially those who use Barnett Commandos, hands up if you got one, and to those it makes a magnificent difference. And these are essentially, at the end of the day, are based on the Barnett Commando. Exactly same principle, same system, same design. I wouldn't be surprised if the original painters went back to Barnett for the system on the original system, the Cobra 1, the EK Archery Cobra, or the Steambow Stinger 1. Okay, last one we're going to touch on the sights, because the new system has a notch at the rear and post at the front, as opposed to a twin post type, aka a shotgun. These are a much better sighting system. I really like it. It's very nice. You can go with a single point hollow sight on the front. You can use a red dot, you can use lasers, you can use multiple configurations. You can take the riser off altogether on the front, not a riser, quiver mount, oh god my word. Picatinny mount altogether on the front and use the integral rail and put your hollow sight straight on that, so your lower sight profile. You have multiple choices. But again, we can either get it on another video if you comment below, or I've got a great video with a sighting system I recommend. Nothing wrong with the Steambow system. I like it. I got one on my alloy mag. But as a system which I use is from China. I think it's actually a bushel, but it's just from the same factory under a different name. In fact, it's not even named at all. I'm waffling a bit now, but we'll touch on sights the next time. So thanks for watching. Hit the old like and subscribe button, and consider sharing my video. Go on to super like below, buy me a coffee or something like that, or even pop on over to my store and get yourself one of my fabulous t-shirts, hats, mugs, tracksuits, beach towels, you name it, I got it. So help me out, and thanks, and bye bye.